an electric fastball, 96 to 99. The slider's a weapon, and now he's throwing changeup to left-hand hitters, and he's throwing strikes. So you have that combination, and he's a bear to handle at times.
Just curious what you can take from last year's matchup into this one, even though the teams are different in some ways.
Not really all that much. These are two really good teams that are very familiar with each other. We've played these guys 36 times in the last 2 years. Always competitive games, always nail biters. They're very talented. They got a great manager, great coaching staff. We have the utmost respect for them. So I'm looking forward to this series. I think it's going to be a great series, and I think it's going to be an entertaining one too.
Rob, you're facing a righty for the first time in the playoffs. Can you tell us what you might do in center field and left?
Well, yeah, I think I've pretty much stated that Rojas looks like he's going to play every day, unless something really weird happens. And so we'll play Marsh in left field tomorrow.
Are there any changes to the roster from the wild card round?
There is.
What are those changes?
I can't tell you that. It'll come out tomorrow at noon.
Okay. And there's a stat out there that says that the starting rotation is third in innings pitched this year, and the bullpen is 30th. What does that say about the effectiveness of the starting rotation the entire year, and just like the way you were able to get the bullpen rest for the playoffs?
Yeah, I think our starters did a wonderful job. And, of course, we went to 6 starters at one point. But I think they did a great job giving us length, just taking down a bunch of innings so that we can give the bullpen the amount of rest that they need. So, yeah, I'm really happy with the way our pitching has performed this year.
Rob, how important? Last year you guys made it to the World Series. You guys did a great job adding Trey Turner to this team. How important it was? Yeah,
I mean, as far as we were concerned, we saw all 4 of the free agent shortstops, and he was the guy that we wanted. Now it comes down to dollars and comes down to a lot of different other things, but he was really the guy we wanted because we thought that he was the perfect fit for us. Putting him in the front of that lineup to get on base and create some power. Another slug guy. You got Harper and Bowman stop behind him. We thought that would create a lot of runs, and it has. So he is extremely important to us. And, he got off to the slow start, but he finished strong, and hopefully that continues.
You mentioned that familiarity. How much of a urge is there to try to change up your looks or change up game plans, or just lean on your strengths? I mean, you guys have seen him a lot. They've seen you a lot. Is there an urge to try something different just to try to break that familiarity?
I don't think so. I think you stay with your strengths. I was telling my wife last, because she was asking me about, okay, what's your message going to be to the team? And I said, good coaches, managers, they have to know when to step in, and they have to know when to kind of get out of the way and let people go play, and let coaches go coach. And for the time being, I think that's where we're at, because we played extremely well against Miami, as good as we've played all year. So, I think we just stay with our strengths.
Where does this team stand for you as far as the chemistry or cohesiveness of this unit?
It's as good as any team I've ever been around, if not better. I think our entire group, coaching staff, support staff, players, they all care about each other. They all want to win for each other. They all want to win for the organization and the city. They have a whole lot of fun, but they know when to get serious and when to get focused. And I just love being around these guys. I love coming to the ballpark every day.
Given that familiarity, and you mentioned like not wanting to change too much, sticking to your strengths, but Orion Kerkering is a strength at this point, and he is someone that's unfamiliar to this team. Do you think he could see some higher leverage spots?
I would think so. I thought the last game against Miami was big for us to get him into a game, and he pitched that 8th inning, and Again, 9 pitches, 3 outs. Just looked like he was having fun out there, and the moment wasn't too big. He just was calm and poised and got him out. So, yeah, we just keep moving forward with him.
Yeah, thanks.
Can you talk about the evolution of the young players? Because last year, they had to kind of thrown into the fire, and how they're different a year later at this point, really used to and accustomed to now some playoff action.
Yeah, it's a good question, because going into the playoffs last year, we weren't really sure how our guys were going to react, because there weren't many guys on our roster that had been in playoff-type situations. And they came through it flying colors, and I think having gone through that, it helps so much this year because, one, I don't really have to worry about it, and two, I think that just getting them more familiar year in, year out just makes them more confident, more composed. There's no anxiety. I think they go out and play baseball now.
Rob, when you obviously you've seen them a lot, but as you specifically look at last year's division series, what do you think it was that set you guys apart to allow you to win 3 out of 4?
I really don't know. Everything's kind of a blur right now, from last year, because I'm so focused on this year. But obviously, when you don't have home field, you have to win at least one game in their ballpark, and we won the first game of the series, which ended up being huge for us, really. So other than that, I really can't put my finger on it because, again, it's a little blurry right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ranger, a year ago you started in Game 1. Just some of your memories from that. What do you remember about it? What would you like to do differently, if anything? this time around?
El año pasado empezaste tú justamente ese mismo juego. ¿Qué recuerdos tienes? ¿Qué quisieras hacer diferente?
Ya ir más profundo en el juego. Creo que el año pasado lancé fueron 3 innings. Quiero este año mejorar mi salida de aquella vez, por lo menos 6, lo más profundo que pueda llegar.
Something I would like to do different is go deeper in the game. If I remember correctly, I pitched 3 innings or so last year. I would like to, pitch 5 or 6 innings this time.
What work have you done to try to build durability so you can pitch deeper into games?
¿Qué tipo de trabajo has realizado tú para durar más en los juegos?
El control, por encima de los bateadores temprano, para así lanzar menos picheo en cada inning y poder llegar más lejos en el juego.
Yeah, I've been working really hard on my control. Trying to control the strike zone. I want to, I like getting ahead in the count early, so I can be more effective with my pitches. Try to get out of the innings quick. Doing as little work as possible, and that helps me go deep in the games.
Ronald Acuna is obviously having a MVP caliber season. I'm just wondering, in studying video of him, what you've learned in terms of how to possibly attack him.
Ronald Acuña ha tenido tremenda temporada. Quiero saber si tú has estudiado a Ronald, qué tipo de ajustes o algo que tú piensas hacer contra él.
Sí, cada vez que voy a lanzar siempre me gusta ver videos antes de los juegos, y no nada más sobre Ronald, sino sobre todo el equipo. Creo que eso me ha ayudado bastante cuando voy a empezar los juegos, ver videos antes de todo el equipo.
Yeah, man, it's obviously it's having a great season, but something that I like to do before games, before my starts, is watch videos, but not only of Ronald Acuna, of every opposing player that I'm gonna face that day.
Ranger, September 27th, I think, was your last start. You were available out of the bullpen in the Marlins series. Can you kind of describe what the last 10 days have been like, just in terms of like what you've done and how you've prepared to pitch, not knowing when that was going to be?
Sí, la última que pichaste fue hace más de 10 días. Quiero saber qué tipo de trabajo has hecho, cómo has hecho para prepararte.
Me he mantenido lanzando bullpen. Cada vez que puedo voy, toco el mound para sentirme cómodo y prepararme para este juego. Creo que estoy listo para lanzar mañana.
The last 10 days, I've been throwing a couple of bullpens. Sometimes I get on the mound just to have, just a good feeling on it. I don't want to forget how it feels like to get on the mound. And obviously for this game, I've been getting mentally ready for it too.
Ranger, fuiste escogido para empezar esta serie por encima de Taiwan Walker, que ganó muchos juegos esta temporada. No ha sido tu mejor temporada, pero tú eres un guerrero en series como estas. ¿Cuán contento te sientes que te hayan escogido para este primer juego?
So question is, you were chosen to pitch this game over Taiwan Walker. You haven't had the best season of your career, but what makes you feel, what is the feeling like to be, the guy that was chosen to pitch this game against the Braves?
No, mira, me siento bastante contento. Creo que lo que tú dices, no tuve muy buena temporada, me perdí varios meses por lesión, pero mira, estoy mentalmente enfocado en este juego y mañana va a ser un bonito día.
Yeah, I feel very happy, to be the guy, starting for us. It's an honor. I know that it hasn't been, the best season of my career. I was away for a couple of months due to injuries, but I'm mentally ready for this game. I feel good. I think it's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow.
You mentioned you watch film on all the Atlanta hitters when you're studying the team you're going to face. With this Atlanta team, is there something specific that stands out when facing them?
Sí, que sabe que tú vas a estudiar, ya entendió la parte, tú sabes que tú vas a estudiar los bateadores. ¿Qué es lo que más sobresalta de los bateadores de ellos?
No, como sabemos, Atlanta es un buen equipo. Tienen buenos bateadores, tienen al campeón jonrones de la división, posiblemente el MVP de la nacional. Solo veo las cosas que me ayudan a mí, cómo atacarlo, cómo prepararme para ese juego.
So yeah, I mean, it's no secret that the Braves are a really good team. You know, they have really good hitters. You know, the champion bat, possibly the National League MVP too. You know, so it's to me, it's just a matter of executing. You know, doing the right things. You know, I know it's going to be a tough game, but I'm ready for the challenge.
Ranger, will you concentrate more on pitching to your strengths or thinking about the weaknesses or trying to find the weakness of their hitters?
¿Tú te enfocas más en pichar usando tus fortalezas o buscando las debilidades de ellos?
No, siempre es bueno mezclar esas cosas, mezclar mi fortaleza con la debilidad de los bateadores. Creo que eso es una de las cosas que me ha mantenido aquí en Grandes Ligas y no lo voy a dejar de hacer.
I honestly think it's a really good idea for me to mix them both. You know, I like obviously just pitching, you know, using my strengths, but I need to be conscious about what their weaknesses are too.
So, Ranger, you are excellent at fielding your position. Can you talk about the pride about playing defense and being able to field from the mound?
Sabes que tú eres muy bueno fildeando. ¿Qué tanto orgullo le sacas tú a eso? ¿Qué tanto trabajas tú en eso?
No, obviamente cada vez que me dan un rolly o va un batazo sobre el lanzador, siempre trato de agarrarlo porque obviamente es un out extra, entonces algunas veces pasa, es hit, entonces ahí se arma un rally, entonces trato de hacer esas cosas, de agarrar ese gran ball para lograr un out que me están dando.
Yeah. Every time there's a grounder hit towards me or near me, I try to go get it, because you know, like to me, it's like an extra out. You know, it helps me. You know, and obviously, if I let it go through, you don't know if, you know, depending on where the infielders are positioned, if it's gonna, you know, go through the infield, then you know that can create a rally. So if I can avoid those situations, I'll try that, you know, for sure.
Ranger, el año pasado fue tu primera postemporada. Tuviste un juego extraordinario contra los Astros y ganaste ese juego. ¿Qué aprendiste durante la postemporada pasada que puedes aplicar este año?
So the question is, what do you learn about, you know, the postseason last year? You know, what do you think I can help you this year from that learning experience?
Creo que no cometer tantos errores. Si el mínimo error que tú cometas en postemporada te lo hacen pagar. Creo que eso es una de las cosas que me va a ayudar, nos va a ayudar como equipo a llegar al objetivo este año.
To me, the main thing is to avoid mistakes. You know, the little things, we got to make sure we do the little things. You know, that gets you places. You know, as long as you avoid, you know, like little mistakes, then we're going to be in good shape, because, you know, like teams like these, you know, they feed off of your mistakes. You know, they wait for those mistakes to take advantage of them.
¿Cómo te sientes de jugar con un equipazo como el que ustedes tienen, de tener a Harper, a Schwarber, a Turner, a Castellano, ¿sabes?, detrás de ti? Te tienes que sentir, oiga, yo lo que tengo que hacer es mi trabajo de sacar de out, que esta gente va a batear.
How do you feel about playing, you know, with such good teammates, you know, like Harper, Schwarber, Turner, Castellanos, you know, guys that with one swing, you know, they can change the game. You know, how does that make you feel as a pitcher?
Sí, jugar con mis compañeros, con tanto nombre, lo que es Harper, Castellano, Schwarber, Turner, Bryson, es lo que siempre he dicho, ir profundo en el juego y mantener el juego lo más cerrado posible, porque yo sé y yo confío en ellos que en cualquier momento ellos van a hacer un rally, van a hacer carrera y para tratar de ganar el juego.
Yeah, it's obviously really, really special. It's really cool to play with, you know, guys like Harper, Schwarber, Turner, Castellanos, Bryson, Stott. You know, that's why I keep saying, you know, to me, a goal of mine is to go deep in the game. You know, I know that if I keep the game close, I'm going to give the team a chance to create a rally, to produce runs. You know, this is a team that is built to score a lot of runs. So as long as I give that chance, I know we're going to be in a good place tomorrow.
Thanks so much, Ranger.
Thank you.
Haven't seen those guys so much, Kyle. And seeing their pitchers, who in your opinion feel has a better advantage from facing each other so much, the pitcher or the hitter?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is going to be two really good teams, right, that are going to be going off against each other, and a lot of history. Two great pitching staffs, two great offenses. It's going to be a dogfight. So we're going to be prepared. We're going to be ready. And I'm sure they are too. And we're looking forward for the challenge, and hopefully, we'll see what happens in game one and go from there.
Questions?
Hey, man, how you doing? Indiana. You talked about last year, the energy in Philadelphia and that feeling. That was just something you'd never experienced, the postseason to that level. Can you describe coming out of the Marlins series, sort of what that was like and the temperature you're taking of the Philly fans?
Yeah, I mean, it was, talk about a great first way to open up the playoffs, and the atmosphere that they had in Philadelphia. And, it's just an extra element for us when we do step out there onto the field. Obviously, the team's going to, we're going to score off toe-to-toe, but when you have that extra, 47,000 behind you, it just makes it another extra element for us that we attach ourselves onto, and it's just an element for the other team to have to look through.
First of all, Kyle, I want to say congratulations for another great year. When you compare, you win with the Cubs, 2016. You compare that team to this team that you guys have. What's the difference of this team?
Every team's going to be different. We're different from when we were last year, and there's a lot of similarities in the fact of that. We all have the mentality that we want to go out and we want to grind, we want to win. We want to perform, and it doesn't have to look, great. At the end of the day, it's just trying to find a win, and that's what we're going to try to do. And there's going to be a lot of differences. Just different players, different personalities, different different situations that are going to come up through a course of a game. But I think the common denominator here is just the way that we're going to prepare and the way that we're going to be ready whenever we do step on that field, and it's just going to be us going out there and competing.
Kyle, I wonder if you could just talk for a minute. What do you guys talk about, and what do you guys think about when you see Strider? You've seen him a lot now. What's usually the conversation like, and how do you attack him?
Yeah, he's got an electric fastball and has plus off-speed pitches off that electric fastball. So, I think the biggest thing for us is trying to get him, one, in the strike zone, two, when he is in the strike zone, we do take that swing, we don't want to miss it. That's going to be the biggest thing. He gets, one, a lot of swing and miss and a lot of foul balls on pitches. And that's going to be a thing for us to figure out. One is that we want to find a way when he is in the zone to one, make contact, but also quality contact too. And if that's whatever people are thinking about how they want to work in the cage, that's how they're going to attack it. We game plan specifically for each pitcher. It's not just a whole series game plan. Everyone has a different game plan against every single pitcher. If it's going to be Strider, Fried, whoever it is, that we all have these different game plans, and we're going to work in the cage to attack the way that we want to. And so yeah, the biggest thing is, one, trying to get him in the strike zone. Two, trying to take those tough, sliders that are out of zone or not biting out of zone, making him work in the zone and making him come to us and try to get us out in the zone.
Hey, Kyle, just a bunch of superstars on both teams. To see them all on the same field on this stage, just what do you think you can bring out of everybody?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really cool. I guess you look at it on paper, really cool series on paper, right? And I'm sure a lot of people, wish that this could be a 7-game series and it could be a 5. But I think it's going to be exciting baseball. You obviously look on our team, and you see all the guys that we have on our team. And you look over there, you see the Acuñas, the Olsons, the years that they're being able to have. It's going to be a fun series. That's going to be the biggest thing, and I think that there can be a lot of moments in the series, and we're hoping those moments are going to be on our side, and keep carrying momentum.
Kyle, you mentioned 5 versus 7 games. What did you learn last year about the rhythm of this postseason from 3 to 5 to 7? It seems like stuff just happened so fast, from clinching the regular season to clinching the wild card to being here to what did you learn last year, and can you take anything away from that?
Yeah, I think experience is key to a lot of things, right? That when you're able to draw back on experience and you're able to learn on experience, that's going to be huge. And we had a lot of experience last year, 1, and 2, we brought in a lot of key components. Either 1 have been in it, or 2 just got the taste of playing meaningful baseball in September, clinching, and then playing meaningful baseball in October. So, we're when you can draw back on that experience, 1, knowing what it's going to take to win a postseason game, how hard fought it's going to be until the end, and then it can be just that one little mistake that you want to take advantage of. And but the games are games, right? Going into a 5-game set, that you got to win 3 somehow, some way, and it's going to be everything's going to be fast-paced, right? Especially in a obviously you see it in a 3-game set where everything's kind of do or die, and everyone's going to try to put out the stoppers, and then you get into a 5-game set, it can kind of be like that as well, especially with the extra off day here in between games. So we'll see how everything plays out in the series, but looking forward to it.
Hi, Kyle. You're a tremendous power here. Atlanta haven't played in the last 6 days. Do you believe for kind of a power lineup like the one that Atlanta, that's something that could impact? Not being able to play in the last 6 games, the last 6 days.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another thing for them too, where they were able to do this last year, where they had that time off, and they were able to probably draw back on experience about what could have gone differently, what could have done this or that. So. For us, we're planning on that. This is going to be them at their sharpest, right? It's postseason baseball. That's what it brings out of everyone. We're not planning on them coming out flat. We're planning on them coming out firing on all cylinders, just like we're going to be coming out firing on all cylinders. And it's going to be our job to go out there and try to find a way to, 1, stop it, and 2, find a way to get a win. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. We'll be back with your final talk with Brian Snooker. If you need any access to the transcripts or video from today, please come up and let me know, and I can get you set up on that.
That's going to be on the second one was good. Yeah, the first one. I was literally going like this to the ball, trying to get a four-seam grip, but I didn't get it. I go, fuck it. Yeah. Take Hey, why? That's the first time I've done a ball. These guys keep looking for
for this side. I had to think about that. Can I see your computer? Yeah. Hold it for 2 minutes. She's gonna write. Like the chop. I just heard like an oh, oh, oh. No, I heard someone doing it. But when we look like
Over my head. Like the one you threw, I thought I was good.
I was wondering if the starters were around.
No, I have not seen Wheeler. It looks like Kimbrel's sitting up there.
Where?
In the gray pants.
Where though?
Sitting,
Oh, in the bullpen?
yeah.
Okay.
I think that's Kimbrel.
Got it. Yeah. Victor's in my way. All in good fun.
There's the app.
That would be really good.
I'm trying to remember where we were going to catch it.
Thank you.
Okay. That's not a position.
I know. I was.
It'll come out, right? That's a 25-game series. It's 25. In honor of Charlie May, it's really before I even started. I started doing and I was calling like need some help again this year. Prince. Yeah. Fielder, Hardy. I had to say the last name. It's just habit. JT tells me I got you. Play a good scramble. I'll get freaking Trey is ball like 330 first hole down the middle. I'm like, I usually take their money. That's the problem with Trey. I was like, hey, already work with him anyway. I'll just go do radio. So things call it a day. Good flight this morning? Always the Indies. Love it. Depending on how bright. If there's no ground, that's all right. That's all right. That's yeah. Right off that back. But I think it might be more like usually when it's cooler like this early it's cloudy. Already checked the golf purposes. It's perfect. Yeah. Guy that's I don't know. No gap between you and him. Yep. Phenomenal.
Okay, just give him 1 second. They can't hear me on my mic.